Where is he? You should look for him. He's a member of your choir. Where's your flute? Praise God. One of the errors you will make in Christianity is for you to be noisy and wiseless. The reward of wisdom is wealth and health, and the penalty of ignorance is lack. So, if you have become a Christian, it simply means you've turned your back to failure and you are heading towards success. If you believe that. I didn't say you should say amen, but I'm just saying if you believe it, it can work for you. The penalty of ignorance is lack. The reward of wisdom is surplus. When you lack wisdom, when you lack activity, when you lack creativity, your family don't need to curse you. Witches and wizards don't need to cast spell on you. It simply means you cannot have freedom because only truth can make somebody free. I asked this young man to come. Where is he? Come. Where's your flute? If I gave you that instrument to play, and I think it's not lost. Where's your flute? Eh? Go home and bring it quickly. Wherever you live. Somebody, Ellen, give me money to go. It's for the service, not for your house. For example, stand up, Reverend. Nearer me. This is our bishop's son in Warri, Bishop Abumapa. He plays this instrument. Inside this keyboard, if he plays it with meaning, houses and cars are inside there. One successful album, one successful musical album that can hit a record can give him all he needs for the rest of his life. Phil Driscoll makes millions of dollars every year from trumpet. Many people who pursue a profession with accurate meaning make a living without suffering. If he will improve on it and grow in it and make it a professional thing added to his university education, he can brag in performances and staging concerts. For the rest of his life, when he finally gets married, his wife and children will never suffer through that small instrument, if he put his eyes on it. The flute boy that I was saying just now, if he really gives himself training in playing that instrument, and finally arrange for people like us and the rest who are professional musicians in action or other training, come on, Susan. Maybe they are not, they just think you play guitar and that is your life. He's graduating end of this year. He's a special optometrist, an ophthalmologist, who sees to the eye. He can pull eye out and put it on table, repair it and put it back. He's playing guitar, you are calling him guitar boy here. That's how you'll be watching him, playing that instrument to worship God, satisfactorily, yet pursuing his training to make a living. When you are in a church where your pastor is a dundee, all he will train you to do is to clap and sing and pray. But when you are with somebody like me with sound mind, an excellent spirit, and another spirit, I tell you that unless you diversify yourself, you'll be entrapped. Each one of us is given brain with millions of cells inside. And it is said that no one single human being is able to tap to 10% of the totality of the wisdom of God given to everyone. I'm not sure I've tapped that 5% of all mine. Yet, never mind about light. I told you how to cast out darkness is by buying diesel. Now, if you are in the church and all you come here to do I'm not reporting you, but 2 years now I've been telling you something. The gift you have is enough to carry you for the rest of your life. Get the choir to give you backing. Get the Christian to give you backing. Make what we call the best of L쏘sᴛ. Anywhere we go in this country, they will rush your cassette. At 100 naira, if you make 1,000 tapes, at 100 naira. How many people know what that one will be? 100,000. If you make 2,000 tapes at 100 naira, you make 200,000. And it will not be enough to sell in 5 meetings. Money is just around you. But yourselves are captured in redundancy. And you are praying. Our Father. Yeah. God is hearing, but your brain is not responding. And until your brain bow to your dullness, your dullness bow to your brilliancy, you continue to struggle as if your prayer is not answered. I'm here with you. I am not envious of your success. I'm not jealous of your upward life. But you have yourself to blame if of all I teach, you end up in bankruptcy. Not because God didn't favor you or I didn't teach you truth. It's just that your IQ was 0 outside 0. And from tonight, you are to be anointed for the spirit of excellence and wisdom. Amen. So that what God says will come to pass. Amen. These ones who says, what are you studying? Come here. And Victor, you understand, I give you 1 month to produce your own album. 1 month. Not, I will sponsor the cost of it. What are you reading? English major. English major, final year. The people you see here singing and not allow her to give anybody a microphone if it's not promising God future. Not one. If you cannot go to school because you can't go to school because of money, I sponsor you. Most of them are all on scholarship. To graduate and have a better future, the tithe, this one will be paid very soon, and this one will be more than the school fees I'm paying for them now. I'm showing ahead of time. I'm not a fool, I'm showing I know what I'm doing. Do you hear me? But this is the time they need help. You are hearing what I'm saying? I'm planting. Give me the basket I brought there. I'm sowing a seed. I hope you are following my message. All right. Out of this corn, one, what will you call this in Dr. Corn cob. If you take this and clear a properly nourished ground, you can harvest 3 basketfuls, big bowls, basins, and bowls of fresh corn in 4 months out of this one. Are you hearing me? Every farmer that takes a corn like this and bless it and go to farm, cut the grass, till the ground, give it little fertilizer. Of course, you know that the corn of this days don't suffer like the corn of those days. The corn you plant nowadays, you can tell when this can be eaten. It's those days corn that you have to wait until October before you think corn is going to come out. These days, in America now, there's a new method of corn. Must not be more than 3 feet. And each is allowed. I mean, each of them can bring at least 4 like this. Each one, 3 feet. 2 on this side, 2 on this side. Food. All nourishing. In Benin Parable, it was said of Bᴇꜰᴏ. Go and find out. Agriculture have changed it. You can plant it now and eat it. All those Dundee-Gaku teachings you inherited traditionally and by tribalistic effort, you have to bury them to enter Christianity in reality. Out of this basket of corn. From this one orange, this one, if the seeds here are taken out, dried, and planted, 3 years from now, and of course this is a special orange from Israel, is 15 months to start to produce. 1 year and 3 months. You can start to harvest it. It's in my compound, it's plenty there. This afternoon I was telling the children that came to visit me, corn is in this compound, coconut is in this compound, pawpaw is in this compound, mango is in this compound. Every fruit you can think of, only few out of season will buy. All other ones are within my compound. Creativity with great objectivity can detach you from poverty list. Share the orange with your people and return the corn over there. Proverbs chapter 3. Proverbs chapter 3. How many of you are glad to be children of God? Open your mouth and say, ah. Proverbs 3 verse 13. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding. Let me tell you my interpretation of understanding. Apata, come here. Where's my little pastor? Come. Stand there. Come on. Pastor Okonkwo Jr. Otherwise known as Mr. Praise. This one, house, yes or no? Yes. But how is he now? Standing. Is he standing or sitting down? Standing. He's under, but he's standing. It's under. Put your hand here. But I put your hand on top of my own. Is he below our hand? Is he lying down? Even though it's under, what is he doing? One day, you will discover, no matter how low you are, if your face stands, your mind will never bow. Get understanding. wisdom. That's what the Bible is encouraging you tonight. For the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver, and the gain thereof than fine gold. Did you hear that? Wisdom provides you quicker results than lottery and plan well. That's what you say here. Men who don't know the God they serve try lottery. The district governor of Michigan State was holding a seminar with all the councillors of the state. Two months ago, and he gave them a breakdown of every lottery that have been encouraged to come to the state of Michigan. He proved to all of them, and pastors were there, like Gilbert and his dear wife, Bishop Coletta, who gave me this report, that until they make 30 million, nobody wins 1 million. So, for every 10 million that they give as big price, times 30, 300 million, before they give 10 million. So if you are playing lottery, only one smiles, while the rest cry. But if all of us apply wisdom, all of us can smile together. Look at verse 13 and 14 again. Happy is the man. Say, I will be happy. Say it again. Oh, you know what happiness brings? It brings happiness. Daily happiness. Gives happiness. When you look at your health, healthy, look at your life, effectively successful, you are happy. Nobody said, no photographer will say, chill, come on, try. Hold it for 1 minute, all right? Chill. Oh, it's too wide. Close it a bit. Photographer does not dictate the content of your heart. And when there's contentment, there's no controversy. Happy, hilarious, successful, joyful is the man who findeth wisdom. And the good news is that you don't search too much. The Bible says it is God's will to give all of us wisdom. Do you hear me? Hear this? And the man that getteth understanding, for the merchandise of it. In English and Daniel, to be a merchandise will mean what? Trading on something. A man that has wisdom can make many businesses out of it. That's what he says. The lucrativeness, that's what the Bible says here. The after all profit of the gift of wisdom, he says, better than goldsmith's own. Look at it. And it's more than the one who sells silver. Because you can cross from one aspect to the other. Go to my office and talk to Erosa. Tell him to bring the files of the letters that come into this country. Every wealthy aspect of this country, banking, medicine, law, everything, when they have anything special to do, my name is one of the first in the list. They want to see me. It's the same Bible you are carrying that I'm carrying, but unless I open my own. Some of you, like that one that didn't bring his flute to church now. Can you imagine if we were to hear that? That he came to church, didn't bring the flute. He will not be angry because he gave it to him. He will not be angry that it was given to him for use. And the head that God has given to all of you, he put brain inside. And I can see your neck complaining. What am I carrying you for? A big head without brain brain is a heavy load to the neck. Where's the editor? Editor of Iᴅᴏ magazine, raise your hand. Are you there? Change the word to 1001. You understand? We'll give brain to change it to 1001 sayings of Iᴅᴏ. The book will be out next week. 1000 sayings of Iᴅᴏ. 1000. Faith is the actualizing of your inner belief, or the exercise of what you believe. And each one of us has the destiny of God with us, because we are all heirs with Christ and joint heir with God. So nobody can say, because my family is poor, I am automatically poor. It's a lie of the devil. And it's from the pit of hell. The day you were born again and circumcised in faith by baptism, the old Adamic nature in you was stripped from you. And now you are a new creation. Can I hear you say amen? Many meetings in this town that the Iᴅᴏ family hold, they don't call me because they know it's not what I can attend. But if there's anything good in this town, president is coming, swelling in of commissioners, swelling in of churches, and name it. When they list the VIPs and the 4 kingmakers of this town, I'm one of them. Political kingmakers, decisive too. You ignore me, you ignore success. The career that I choose is not a cost to my life. I did my best with it to put God's name in one man. You cannot take excuse because you are a Christian. That's why you don't take bribe. That's why bribe will breach your future or relegate you. But clear wisdom can improve your loss. Is anybody hearing me? May I ask you all to combine together and read me verse 14. Proverbs 3:14. Read it very loud. 1, 2, go. Did you hear? And the gate inside is more than fine gold. And you walk less than the blacksmith, knocking his hand, and the goldsmith and the silversmith. Your own bring on him that gate. Verse 15. She is more precious than rubies, and all the things thou canst desire are not to be compared unto her. Somebody should say big amen. Yeah. Anything else that is effortful in life to be fruitful cannot be compared with the gift of wisdom. The Bible says the principal thing. Each of us needs it. Verse 16. Length of days is in her right hand, and in her left hand riches and honor. Get up and say, God, give me this thing I'm asking now. On my left and right. He said on your right is long life, and on your left hand is what? Riches and honor. Do you hear me? It's there. Bishop Reed was here in June. How many of you were aware? And in the convention, one of the evenings, I asked all of you to thank him for me publicly because he made an announcement that he was going home to go and buy me a car. That's the car that I've arrived. Paid to be delivered to my house. Nobody will ask you meet me in England and buy a car and ship it to your house. Come and choose your own if you are a Dundee. That's why the Bible says, by the mouth of Christ, to him that has much shall be given to him, and the little that the poor man has shall be taken and added. Do you hear me? You are in a school here. You are in a school. Oh, yeah, but we stand and tell everybody everywhere in the world. My teacher is Archbishop. Waloke. African voices anywhere we are going in this country. Any successful minister traces his or her life to me, to the day they came in contact with me. In Ibadan, you praise him were there when Waloke said, for 8 years he was living in bankruptcy until I came in contact. And I removed him out of that. How much more you by my nose and eye? Find out. In this country. From Cairo to Calabar in the continent of Africa, 73% of successful ministers are my product, or products of my product. Then you are sitting by me here. Every word I told dropped to your head, but your brain refuses. And this anointing will take you from that country. Take your seat. Verse 17. Her ways are ways of pleasantness, and all her paths are peace. May I say this? Yes. Go to school, beautiful. Have degree, beautiful. Degree, second degree, master of business administration, MBA. Pursue, obtain all these degrees. Out there. The price of the way by the junction. To court now, I say, don't be free. That they used to charge 50,000 because there's no case. You slap me on the left, I turn right, and I say, don't be, I follow you. It's when I tear your shirt, you tear my own. Then we go and tell police. Police is the one who brought the biggest prize as the plaintiff. You understand his name? Many plaintiffs are smart people. Plaintiffs. They are smart people. They give everybody what time the accused, which is called the defendant. The grace in my life will extract of the God. I'm here to say to you, you are near to the road where you cannot fail anymore. And you are there. The two people I have to prepare their song now with the backing of the choir. Every tape they say, 50% will be my own. I mean, say according to you. I didn't say you can. I already know what I can make out of that. All the same, I was, you know me, one anointed. 50% for you, 50% for me. How many of you agree I will do that? Each of you can buy a car in less than 3 months if you can do what I said. Wisdom, say that everybody. Wisdom is the principal thing. I gave you illustration here some time ago. Influential man, intelligent man, and financial. This one knows everybody in town. Wisdom of business. Influential, no cash. Cash, no wisdom. Put to your wisdom, take your wisdom, put to his influence. Agib and associates. Praise the Lord through Christ. Yes. I was yesterday on our way to university. 90% of people who supply granite and sand to CFU are unbelievers. 3 years ago, one person supplied us a block of 16 million. 16 million a year for block. Unbeliever with it. He's dancing away. Pray. It's a baba baba. It's a baba la la la. What do you know is about it? Okay. Unbelievers. Sand. The lady who taught me standard 3 came to ask for 50 chips of sand. And I said, what will sand profit you? He said, if I supply 50 triggers, I'll make 200 by 3. Times 50. In New Benin market, some beat you from morning till night again. But you supply cyanide. They come to me, they say, I want to supply cyanide, but give me money to do it. I can owe unbeliever for a month before for Christian will ask me money to do it. How will I give it to you who is asking me money to do it? When the unbeliever is borrowing me. You see the mathematics? Mr. Wisdom and Rich and Influential. Gender. Wisdom. Verse 18. She is a tree of life. Them that lay hold upon her, and everyone that retaineth her, had founded by understanding that level. Somebody can anoint you and continue with part tomorrow. Part 2 tomorrow. How many women are here tonight who were the anointing today? Stand to your feet. Mama said I should tell you, from which east she's with you. She has told me to join you in the service tomorrow. I will be there. I said I will be there with you. Something different will happen in your life this year. You women. Any name you were called ugly, the same people that talk on your behalf. It's your year. Pastors, lift your head up. Lift church on earth. This is not all. We can finish by 11:30. I would have finished. I have part 2 of what I taught you today to teach you again tomorrow. Then you'll be anointed also. Take your seat. It's your year of goodness and mercy. Proverbs chapter 8. Instruction, knowledge, rather than go. Fish, you fed him for a day, the rest of his life. Many of you are looking for the immediate. Short for now. Plan up ahead of schedule. There's what is called immediate plan, future plan, and short term. And wisdom of life. It will soon be over. Think of how much the first Mercedes Benz cost. Think of what Mercedes 280 that the woman with goiter in Toronto gave me cost 7,800. Mercedes 280. That is now less than 1 tire and less than the real light. Times have changed. The market Mercedes, his children are not suffering. The bicycle, when we were using bicycle in this time, we know how much bicycle costs. Some shillings, some pounds. I think bicycle is almost 5,000 naira now. Huh? I'm talking about real bicycle. It's 40-something thousand for white rally. Superb bicycle. A person whose bicycle is suffering. You hear me? Check with vending machine. Do you know about I did a research this trip I went to? How many drink cost 7 up? Water mix 7 up. If you know it, raise your hand. I was in the town of the man who founded 7 up last week. He said, you know why it cost 7 up? He tried 6 times up. I'm up. That's why the drink came to become 7 up. I was in the town last week. Road to success have bruises and many times tongues and thistles. But he that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved. Oh yes, you know it's difficult to climb, but when you get to where you are going, you balance up. You also know that when you are learning to drive, you cannot even carry the steering so heavy. When you want to enter, but after you have your finger. Sometimes you wave to people so that they can know you are the one person. But I learned how to drive. Do you greet anybody when they greet you? Therefore, though the road may have a bend, that's not the end of the tree. When it come with it, and you find the path. Don't let the road bend at the end of the tree. I followed when this ministry started. I wouldn't be here tonight. Andrew, you can tell that. We used to sleep ACC campground in Irua. Primary school in Sabogida were my beds. Oh, the blue sky were my canopies. And the wooden stage and plank on top of drum was my platform. It didn't stop where I was going. Even when I got strained, I didn't stray. Today, mention the name of living ministers. I'm among them. How? I refused to bow when I was forced to suffer. Wisdom tells you it's right to be neat tomorrow. And I have the divine audacity to tell you your end of suffering is very close. If you can follow my teaching. And if you follow God in the way He's calling you, you'll find out one day that the step of the righteous man is ordered by God. Are you hearing me? I say, are you hearing me? Yeah. Dr. Pata, stand up. You're a medical doctor, consultant. This time last year, where were you? Where were you staying in Benin?
Bᴇᴰᴏ Street. A very bad area. Yes,
you have some friends who came to salute you there many times.
Yes, at least 2 times.
At least twice. Yes. Where do you live now?
In a wonderful place in TRA.
When I was building that house, I didn't know he was going to live there. I finished that house, that land came to me through Mrs. Jarikri. May you live forever, Jarikri. One of the few things he did for me in this land. Anytime she found anything good, she would come and run and ask me first, will you buy it? I bought that land, peanuts, copper. I built that house in 9 weeks. When they removed Obada from being governor, I gave him the key of that house. Now Obada has traveled. Telephone, water, everything, inside, lights, everything, constant. Governor's house on the left, Apata's house on the right. AIG on the left, Apata on the right. Commissioner on the left, Apata on the right. Living there free of charge. And I hope you are using the phone. When your partner were going to leave, I said, my son will move to that house. I gave it to you. Did you give it to me? No rent, nothing whatsoever. Dog is there, wash night is there, everything paid for. Your life, just to make God your choice. It's not everything you need in this life. You must wisdom can give you favor. Are you hearing me? I went to Umuahia Crusade 11 years ago. I sleep in the back, run child and the rest. Had deep cut here from here to here. Wounds everywhere. Mrs. Child tied it with her scarf. We put bandage. I have to wear big abada to pray that night with bandage inside. I cut the message short. That night, because of the deep cut, for the people in Umuahia to hear that I'm in hospital will be a shame to the gospel. When we finished at 11:30, we entered road and got to Benin by 4 a.m. At 5:30, they've gone to Apata's house to go and bring him. He's teached that time. He came with the pastor and the rest of them, treated me. I came to church, wore long sleeve, coat, big one, put with it. Began to use my right hand for illustration. You know the Lord will really do it for you. He said this one until he recovered. He told me, don't overuse it. I said, yes, I hear you. You know? I didn't cry. I didn't ask for prayer and fasting. I asked for a doctor who knows what should be done. 1 inch deep, stitch 11 places. In less than 1 week, the bandage were removed. Because he gave you the really hard one. Sugar not they kill malaria. When you have malaria, look for the medicine that is bitter. Then when malaria takes it, it will leave your body. Cramoquin, Nevaquin, any of those queens, they kill the pain. Your way to success will be rough, but you will get there. Are you hearing me? Verse 10, receive it. Verse 11, for wisdom is better than rubies. Verse 12, I wisdom dwell with prudence and find out knowledge of witty inventions. You didn't hear that? Did you hear that? Come and read the letter we got from NUC, Nigerian University Commission, National University Commission. Your heart will be glad. But while they are doing their part, we are playing our role. Thank God our degree courses have started. Amen. Thank God our diploma courses have started. Thank God from kindergarten now you can go to university. Amen. With the invention. And what is the good news? I have been away 2.5 weeks. Dr. Professor have been away 3 days. Was the school closed when you travel? Did they nearly 4,000 students go on holiday because you travel? Do they ever go to holiday because I'm traveling? Anybody know a word of faith that I'm traveling? Except those who are in body house. I greet them before I go and I greet them when I come. All the rest. Some say that in the house, some say in December. Wonderful. I don't know every student here, but every student knows me. Are you hearing me? Being faithful. Be faithful. Start something that may be small today. Every small seed has great harvest behind it. Every small seed. There's a big harvest. That's what I'm teaching you this time. There's a big harvest. Oh, for every mango tree, there are millions of mango fruits. For every orange tree, there are millions of orange juice inside. Tons of them. But if you just leave it and do nothing. I drove with one of our pastors from Benin to my uncle's house at the market where I planted orange in 1952. One day, 3 years ago, the orange is still standing and still bearing fruit. Was that fire? Breeze, windows. Students, all nations, rush and love you. I told you so. Eh? Here now. All nations rush inside the place. Ushers. Shh. Church also. You should always be locking this thing. Father, we ask that the tempest cease. And we thank you for it will be over. In Jesus' name. We need rain, I hope you know that. I say we need rain, I hope you know that. We can't find rain, but we are just saying no destruction to properties. Alright, one verse so we can. Are you being blessed by what you are hearing? Will you still put your head in the fridge? Thank you. Verse 13. The fear of the Lord is to hate evil. Somebody say amen. Amen. So nobody tell you don't smoke, don't drink. If you fear God, automatically you hate evil. Pride and arrogance, an evil way, and a fraudulent mouth do I hate. I will explain that next time. Counsel is mine, and sound wisdom. I'm understanding, and I have strength. By me, kings reign, and princes decree, and by me, prince rule, and nobles, even all the judges. Somebody shout hallelujah. I love them that love me, and those that seek me early shall find me. Riches and honor are with me, yea, durable riches and righteousness. My fruit is better than gold, yea, than fine gold, and my revenue than choice silver. I live in the way of righteousness, in the midst of the path of judgment. Praise God. Hallelujah. I say praise God. Hallelujah. Stand to your feet. I see men and women in this unusual year of unusual miracle. God will not only meet you at the point of your need, but will meet you ahead of schedule. Put your right hand on your forehead. I say put your right hand. Forget any other thing, sister. Forget about the wind, forget about the rain. Focus your life here. Open your mouth and bless your destiny. You have a part to play. It is God's will for you to prosper and be thankful. And also be venturing